Sorry. I forgot that my microphone was on mute. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another session. All right, with me. Okay, of course, I'm your tutor, Ernell. And okay, so welcome back to myself. Okay, I know that I have been away for quite a while, and I am so happy that we are here again in another session of Itulay. Okay, so of course, I would like to thank all of our early birds, no, yung mga naunang bumati sa ating live today, to Samantha Blasi, to Renz Guyver Calianta, and of course, to our beautiful and enthusiastic program head, Ma'am May Sevilla. Okay, yes, students, please share our episode this afternoon so that more students this afternoon would be able to watch our session for this afternoon. And of course, together with me would be Tutor Drace, but Tutor Drace is also attending to something very important today in their school in Mangahan High School. So she will not be with us today. So ako muna. All right. So yeah, just like what we have been telling you, we are inviting you, all of you, to watch English 7. Okay, it's Tuesday. All right, every Tuesday from 1:40 to 2:20 in the afternoon. So that's going to be our time slot. Okay, sa ating afternoon English 7 session every Tuesday. Okay, and of course we are actually inviting you to continuously support our page, Itulay page in Facebook. You can check on the recorded sessions in this page in Facebook. If you haven't followed it, you can just actually click follow and share it to your friends and classmates in all over the Philippines and even in other parts of the world. I know na may mga nanonood tayo from other countries as well. Okay, and it's not only that, we also have YouTube channel. So you can actually access those yung links sa baba na yan so that you will be able to watch all of the recorded sessions of Itulay, not only in English but all of the learning areas from all grade levels. Okay, so syempre nakakamiss talaga, no? And I was so surprised that we are already on the sixth lesson or topic for the fourth quarter. So isang lesson na lang, that would be the end of the quarter four topic and magre-recognition day ulit. So for this afternoon, we're going to talk about discovering literature as a tool for understanding people. Okay? All right. And of course, we are, yeah, just like what I mentioned earlier, that's going to be the topic for quarter four, week six. Discover literature as a tool to assert one's unique identity and to better understand people. Okay. So, yeah, you will understand it better in a little while. So we would like to thank all of our writers of our module for this afternoon. Of course, from DepEd Surgeon Region, our module 6, our ever dependable resource no sa ating mga lessons in English 7. And I hope you do have the copy of it. So while you are watching the session, you are just like browsing it so that you will be guided. No? Okay. So for our week 6, sorry about that. So these are the objectives that we are going to target for this afternoon session. No? So for this afternoon, our focus, all right, so matters of the mind would be about identifying the different types of characters and their characteristics. So I think Tutor Dre's last time talked about the other element of a story, no? So conflict, all right, matters of the heart, our emotions. So appreciate the beauty of fictional stories more through better understanding of the characters. Ayan. And of course, yung ating psychomotor or your participation, you are going to distinguish the types of characters based on the roles of, these characters in the story. Ayan. So ang daming bumabati, no? Okay, so we will try to read all of those greetings in a short while, no? And of course, we would like to acknowledge all of our exemplary tutees from week 5 session, okay, quarter four. Okay, so my dear Rechutis, if ever your names would not be mentioned in our list for this afternoon, that doesn't mean that you are not good, okay? So, well, we are just recognizing those students who were able to submit their outputs. And of course, you still have one more sessions to go for this quarter. You can still be submitting all of your outputs if you wish to participate in the activities, yung mga homeworks na pinopost natin for this afternoon session. So let's recognize, of course, Samantha D. Blasi of grade 7 Liano High School SDO Caloocan. All right. And of course, we have Janelle Von Morales, grade 10 Aulus Mangahan High School. All right. So from SDO Pasig. And Mark Alvin Platon. All right. Our student alumnus from Sagad High School SDO Pasig. And I just forgot to include the name of Renz Guyver Calianta. No? So he submitted also his output, in our page last time. So congratulations to these four students who were able to submit all of their outputs for for the last session. No? Okay, so let's congratulate all of them. Okay. All right. So for our activating prior knowledge, all right. So let's identify the correct answer in each item. So what you are going to do, dear students, is to type the letter of the correct answer in the comment section. So yung just like what we are doing, just like what we have been practicing, no? Okay, so let's see what we have here. So the first question for you is, this is a series of events in a story. It has exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and denouement. All right, what do you think it is? So there are six choices in it. Is it A, characters, B, conflict, C, plot, all right, letter D, point of view, E, setting, or letter F, theme? Okay, so choose. This is a series of events in a story. It has exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and denouement. So while we are waiting for others to type in their answers, let's read some greetings here. Okay, a lot from Mangahan High School. Tricia Cartagena, good afternoon. Danette Gansatao, Paul Stephanie Ansog, Lawrence Hermie Pastor, John Ezekiel Dalaya. All right, ayan, may mga sagot na tayo. So, well, for Lorraine, it's letter C. For Rasville Bass, it's C, plot. For Samantha Blasi, it's letter C. Aliana Shane Ocampo, it's letter C, and Andrea Olitris. Okay, Mark Platon. So let's find out if all of their answers are correct. Good job, dear students. You got it correctly. The answer is plot. Okay, let's have question number 2. This tells when and where the story happened. Okay, so is it A, characters, B, conflict, C, plot, D, point of view, E, setting, or F, theme? Okay, what do you think is the answer? So this tells when and where the story happens. Okay, so I'm seeing answers already. So Jerry Garobo said it's letter E. All right, Samantha said it's E. Ifer Jessica said it's E. Janiel Morales said it's E. Okay, Ella Marie de Maguila said it's E. Okay, so let's find out if all of your answers are correct. Yes, okay, good job. It's letter E, setting. Let's see the third question. This refers to a struggle between two people or things in a short story. So is it A, characters, B, conflict, C, plot, all right, D, point of view, E, setting, or letter F, theme? Okay, what do you think is that? Referring to the struggle between two people or things in a story. Okay, so we are seeing answers. Ella Marie Dimagula said it's B. Samantha Blasi said it's B. Rizel Caballero said it's B. Stephanie Diaz Santa said it's B. All right, Eds Barreto said it's B. Okay, let's find out if your answers are correct. Okay, it's conflict. So I believe Tutor Drace had this lesson with you last time. So congratulations for getting it correctly. All right, number 4. This refers to a person or sometimes even an animal who takes part in an action or in the action of a story or other literary works. Okay, what do you think is the answer here? Characters, conflict, plot, point of view, setting, or theme? Okay, so Althea Jane Cadelinia of grade 7 Hope, watching and listening from LFG Diamantina National High School. All right, so hello to all of our viewers from Diamantina National High School. Wow, we already have answers. Arvic Erosa said it's 4. Mark Platon said it's, oh, sorry, A pala, I mean. Okay, Rhea Liwanag said it's A. William Henry said it's A. What is letter A? Characters? Okay, good job. The correct answer for number 4 is characters. Yeah, persons or even animals who takes part in the action of the story. And lastly, okay, number 5, it is the central idea or belief in a short story. So we have A, characters, B, conflict, C, plot, D, point of view, E, setting, or letter F, theme. Okay, so choose the correct answers. So Brian Louis Corpus said good afternoon. All right, so he's from grade 10, Aphrodite. Okay, so Krisha May Kalumag, are you watching? Oh, yeah, she's also from LFG High School. All right, grade 7 Justice. Now we have answers. Lorraine Hebe said it's F. Danette Gansatao said it's F. All right, so Ella Marie de Magila, Eds Barreto, Mark Platon, Stephanie Diaz Santa said it's F. Let's see if that's the correct answer. Okay, all right, let's see. Yes. Okay. Good job. Okay. It's letter F. Okay. Dear students, let's now check how much scores did you get for today's activating prior knowledge. So for those who were able to get a perfect score, can you give me 5 heart reacts today? Okay. So 5 heart reacts. If you were able to get a perfect score in our activating prior knowledge. And so I can still see others typing in their answers. Oh, congratulations to Samantha for getting a perfect score, 5/5. Lorraine, William Henry, Eds Barreto, Stephanie Diaz Santa, Mark Platon. All right, Eifer. Okay, and so much more. No, I cannot read all of your names for this afternoon. So congratulations for those who were able to get a perfect score. But for those who weren't able to get a perfect score, it's just perfectly fine. You just have to uh, do your best in our succeeding activities. Okay, now let's have an activity, a guessing game. Okay, so I know you can easily get the answer here. So guess the character in the picture. Okay, so since our topic will be focused on discussing different types of characters, I will be showing you pictures. Probably you have seen this in a movie or probably have read it in a novel or in a story. Then please do type the name of the character shown in the picture. So let's see the first picture. Okay, so everyone, dear students, who is this character? All right, I know that nobody will get it wrong because he's a very popular character. So make your keyboards busy. Who is this character? So while we are waiting for the answer, all right, Althea Kim Domingo from Luis Fe Gomez, Diamantino National High School. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, yeah, and we are flooded with answers already. Rizal Caballero said Harry Potter. Rhea Liwanag said it's Harry Potter. Okay, let's find out if that's correct. Yes, sino ba namang di nakakakilala kay Harry Potter, right? So he was a very popular character even up until now, no? So we really couldn't forget how popular he is in a movie and even in book, no? Okay, how about this? Ayan. All right, so who is this character? Okay, so I can still see Harry Potter here. Do you recognize this character? Yeah, Danette Ganseta, William Henry said Doctor Strange. Okay, how about the others? Jerry Garobo said it's Doctor Strange. Sure about that? Yes, very good. It's Doctor Strange. Okay. And how about this? Okay, so who will forget this funny character in a very popular animation? Okay, so who is this? Okay, so yeah, William Henry Hornation said Olaf. Derek Garobo said it's Olaf. Okay, Olaf. All right, let's see. Okay, let's find out if it's Olaf. Okay, good job. It's Olaf. All right, so from the movie Frozen. Yes. Okay. Now let's see what we have here. Why am I discussing this, or why I have given you these samples in our today's lesson? And it has something to do with what we have in our module. So our literature, actually everything that is written can be classified into fiction and nonfiction. But for today's module, it would only be focused with fictional or fictional writings or fictional write ups. Okay, so it says here that fiction is defined as prose based on author's imagination. So it means to say it's out of reality. No, it means that such stories never happened in real life. Okay, so types of literature in the fiction genre include novel, short story, and novella. The word fiction, all right, is from the Latin word fictio, which means the act of making or fashioning or molding. So if you are an author or if you are a writer, if you are putting into writing everything that you have in your imagination, you have created a character which really doesn't exist in real life, then definitely your writing or the type of literature that you've made will fall under fiction. Okay? So tatanungin ko sana kung sino mahilig magbasa ng fictional literature dito. Hindi ko na makikita, no? Kung sino magtataas ng kamay. But I believe, most of you would be saying that you love reading fiction literature. So, well, part of the elements of fiction would be characters. It's very important. It's one of the spices of the literature which makes it really interesting, yung mga characters natin. So, these are people, animals, or it was quoted in our module, aliens in our story. So, nabanggit kanina dun sa ating or dun sa ating activity, dun sa ating activating prior knowledge activity, the definition of characters. So they are very important because they are the ones making the story interesting. It could be person, it could be animals, it could be aliens. So ang dami ng mga creative stuff yung mga authors or mga movie makers which makes the characters of a story really very interesting. So readers come to know the characters through what they say, what they think, how they act, and it's a figure in the literary work, or so the character's personality, gender, age, etc. So the reason why we like what we are reading, it's because we like the characters too. So for example, nung mauso si Harry Potter, kahit makakapal yung books na yan, a lot of you have really spent a lot of time reading it because you like the character of Harry Potter himself. 'Di ba? Aminin niyo sa akin may mga pagkakataon na you memorize the spell because you really got engrossed with the character, right? Because you like what they say, you like what they think, you like how they act, and even yung mga cosplay, 'di ba? Yung mga mahilig magsuot ng mga costumes ng mga characters, that also means that you get to identify with the character. That's why you imitate it or you wanted to be like the character, right? Yan. So, in this lesson, we are going to talk about different types of characters. So, we are going to talk about the definition or the differences between flat and round characters and the static versus dynamic characters. So, I took this from our module because I believe some of us might be confused between flat and static, round and dynamic. But I got a very comprehensive explanation to differentiate this characters to better understand, no, as we are reading our favorite literary piece. So my dear students, when we say flat and round characters, it's talking about the character's personality. Okay, so It means to say that asking how well you know the character is an easy way of finding out whether the character is flat or round. So, malalaman mo daw if a character is flat or round depending on how you know the character that you are reading. Okay, so you will know later the difference between the two. On the other hand, when we're talking about the static and dynamic characters, it talks about the character's growth in the entire story. So si character ba is nagbago at the end of the story, or did the character remain the same at the end of the story? So that's what we are talking about when we are defining static and dynamic characters. So asking whether the character has changed or not is an easy way of working out whether a character is static or dynamic. Okay, so wag tayong malilito dun ha. When we're talking about flat and round characters, we're talking about how you know the character. On the other hand, when we're talking about the static and dynamic characters, it's like how you observe the character. Did the character change, or was the character the same up until the end of the story that you are reading? So let's keep moving, no? All right, so let's see about the flat character, or in other words, it's also called as one-dimensional character. So we will know why is it called one-dimensional character. So it's called one-dimensional character because this type of character in fictional stories does not change much from the start to the story to the end. Okay? So it is thought that this type of characters have little to no emotional depth. In other words, the reader or the viewer just know the character in the surface. So, di ba when you are watching a movie, you can see some characters there. You know the characters, few characteristics, but you don't know deeper about the character. Hindi mo alam yung iniisip niya. You don't know the other side of the character. It's just like isang face lang or isang part lang nung character yung alam mo. Okay? So that's why it says there's no emotional depth. It's like you cannot connect to that character because it's flat nga eh, or one-dimensional. Isang bagay lang or few things about the character is the only thing that you know about. Okay? I will show some samples later. So here, whether it's a deliberate or unplanned choice, flat characters have not been well developed by the author. So if you're the writer and if you don't want to emphasize much on this character, then definitely it falls under flat character or one-dimensional only. So dear students, consequently, the writer learns very little. So kukunti lang information na lalaman natin about the story throughout the narrative. Probably we just know the character as a friend or probably relative noong main character. Other than that, you don't know anything about it anymore. And you may find it difficult to connect with him. That's why this type of characters, at times, kahit gaano pa ka-popular yung movie, kahit gaano pa ka-popular yung binabasa mo, it tends to be not so popular sa iba. No, hindi siya nagsusurface or hindi siya lumulutang because it's flat or it's one-dimensional only. You don't know much about this character. Okay? All right. So, well, these are the traits of flat character or one-dimensional character. So they are not integral to the part. I'm not saying na hindi sila importante, but probably the emphasis is not given there. Yeah, just like what I've mentioned, they are one-dimensional. They are easily recognizable as a stereotype. Ayan. So, alam mo agad na kontrabida siya kasi yung itsura niya, di ba? Dark yung aura niya or probably yung basta you will know that this person might be bad. 'Di ba sa Harry Potter, I am not just so familiar with this character. 'Di ba may character din na alam mong kontrabida sila because of how they look, how they speak, no? So they are easily recognizable as a stereotype. You know the character if they are funny, if they are friendly, you easily recognize them. They only experience external change throughout the story. So external, purely panlabas lang, and probably you don't know much about their deeper characteristic. They never experience internal conflict, so you don't know about much. You don't know much about their problems in the story, no? And they don't surprise the reader, kasi nga you know it already. They are, you easily know who they are. Okay, so yan. So those are what we call the flat characters or one-dimensional characters. Okay, so here is a perfect example of a flat character or one-dimensional. So, do you know who she is, dear students? Sige, type yung answer sa ating chat box. Who is this character? Ayan, so while waiting, so hello to Renz Alejandro Nonato of Mangahan High School, grade 10 Aulus. Okay, so Arvic Erosa said it's Anna of what movie? Sige nga, of what movie? Okay, so Anna of Froze. Naiwan ng N. Okay, it's all right. Frozen. Yeah, that's correct. So Anna is the flat character in Frozen. Okay, so she's flat because in the movie, she did not tell us anything about her. Okay, so we just know that Anna is a sister to the other character. All right. But you can tell her traits by the way she acts in a movie. She's playful, she's childish, and that's it. Okay? You don't know much about her other than that. Okay? So, now you know ha, pag sinabi nating flat, you will know that yung character, masaya siya, playful. But other than that, if you will be asked, what other things do you know about the character? If you cannot give more about it, then definitely the character is flat or one-dimensional. Okay? All right, let's go to the other kind of a character. Now we are talking about round character. So when we talk about rounded characters, we often mean complicated, like a real human. That's why mas may impact sila when you are reading or when you are engaging with them through the movies or through the novels that you are watching. So these characters are fully fleshed out and have backgrounds, goals, and personalities as if they're real. Okay? So these are the traits of round characters. Usually, they are important in the plot. So, syempre, kung writer ka or if you are the author of a story, you will not give much details to a character kapag hindi siya importante, syempre. So, that's why round characters are important to the plot because more information are given to it. They experience conflict. Nakikita mo yung conflict niya, the way he thinks or the way she thinks, nakikita mo dun sa story, the way he reacts to the problem, the way he solves the problem, his plans, you know everything about him or her. They experience external change throughout the story. So probably naging mabait siya or naging masama siya dun sa story. You can see the changes. They are multidimensional. When you say multidimensional, you can see a lot of things about this character. Family, how to deal with friends, and then his personal, you can see it. They aim or want something. Since alam mo yung saloobin ng characters na ito, you will know his or her aim or goal in the story, and they are capable of surprising the reader. Sometimes yung tinatawag natin na plot twist, nagugulat tayo, siya pala yung kontrabida, siya pala yung masama. So somehow, they are called the round characters because they are showing you the other side of their personality. Okay? So here is an example of a round character. So earlier it was Anna. How about this character? Who is this character? Okay. Hello, Clara De Castro from grade 10 Adonis. Okay. Students, who is this character? Okay. So Arvik said it's Elsa. Samantha said it's Elsa. Let's see. Okay, yes. All right. So Elsa is a round character because we see more than one side of her personalities, right? So she's innocent and carefree, but we also see her stubbornness during the movie and her willingness to suffer alone in order to prevent hurting Anna or others. Diba? I was able to see this. There was a time that she caused a huge problem in her kingdom, no? So you see everything about her, the reason why he left the kingdom and everything. So lahat yon. That's why she is classified as a round character. Okay? So, according to E.M. Foster, he is an English fiction writer. Dear students, remember this ha. The test of a round character is whether it is capable of surprising in a convincing way. If it never surprises, if it's flat. So kapag expected mo, no? Or alam mo kung anong uri ng character siya because it's you know it's by surface, you know the character already, yun lang alam mo, then definitely it's flat. But if it's capable of surprising you, if the character is very interesting, you know much about the character, marami kang information about the character, then definitely that character is classified as round. Okay? So let's not forget that flat versus round characters, these two are pertaining to the personality of the characters. Now we are proceeding to the static versus dynamic characters, which talks about the progress of the character from the beginning up until the end of the story. So let's see the first one, which is the static characters. So static characters stay the same from the beginning to the end of the story. Sometimes out of the arrogance or pride, or sometimes for the simple reason they think that everything is fine just the way it is. So for example, you will see a character, they're bad, but suddenly parang gusto lang maging mabuti but they stayed bad at the end of the story. They're classified as static because they did not change. But on the other hand, if a character change, you see progress at the end or nag-regress siya, naging masama siya sa dulo, then that's classified as static dynamic. Okay, you will know later the explanation about dynamic. Okay, so static muna tayo. So for static characters, these are the traits of it. They support the leading role either through assistance or conflict. They remain the same from the beginning to the end of the story. They rarely face internal or mental conflict. They only have one aspect of their personality. For example, they're only seen as happy, or they're only seen as very sad, or probably they're only seen as very good or somehow very bad in the story. So parang siya yung sumusuporta doon sa main character. Alright? So usually, lagi siyang kasama nung bida. Or sometimes, siya yung nagsusurface na kontrabida, no, to support or to make the main character's purpose more emphasized. Okay? Ayan. So I will show you a character. I don't know kung kilala nyo siya. Okay. Who is this character? Ayan. So thank you, Kaori Hovita, for still watching from FBNS Davao City. Hello to all of the people watching in Davao City. Ayan. Okay. Yan, sino yung character na yan? Si Elsa at si Anna medyo bago eh. But this one, I don't know if you know this character. Anybody? Ayan. So while we are waiting for others to know the answer, check muna tayo ng mga ano dito, ng mga greetings. Ayan, wala talaga nagta-type. Seriously? Sir, hindi namin kilala yan. Okay. Hopefully may makakilala, no? Ayan, may mga lumalabas ng answers. Wait lang exciting to. Okay, so Renz Alejandro said Scar from Lion King. Danet Gansataw said Mufasa with a question mark. Mark Laston said it's Scar. Scar or Mufasa. Okay, so medyo confused pa si Lorraine, no? Okay, Aliana Shane Ocampo, Scar from the Lion King. Okay, let's see if that's the correct answer. Okay. Yes, good job, students. So Scar from the movie Lion King is a great example of a static character. Why? It's because he started to be bad or to be the opposing character of the king. Si Mufasa yung kapatid niya, right? Even up until the end, he remained bad or evil at the end of the story. So that's static. Na-maintain niya yung pagiging evil niya doon sa characters niya. Okay, so very good sa nakahula, no? Okay, so let's see the next one. Okay, the dynamic characters. Okay, so how do we know they're dynamic? Dynamic characters differ from static characters because of their ability to change their outlook or personality throughout the story. So a central character or main character, usually they're often the protagonist. Pag sinabi natin protagonist, yung bida, no? Or someone who is good in the story. So, is a dynamic character that can learn a lesson from their experiences. As it goes along, the change can either be good or bad. Ayun, so yung change pala is not only for the better, no? So, for this type of characters, but at times, they can also change from being good to bad, no? Okay, so Let's see the traits of dynamic characters. They are central characters playing the lead role. They experience internal change throughout the story. So, internal, ibig sabihin, nakikita natin yung reason, yung intention niya, bakit siya nagbago. They have more than one aspect of their personality. So, makikita natin doon probably may portion ng story na pinapakita na outwardly happy siya, but probably he might be displaying a different character in his private life or in her private life dun sa story. So they surprise and delight the readers or viewers. Okay. So here is a very good example of a dynamic character. Yan. So who can guess this character? Okay. So keep your keyboards busy. Who is this character? Si Angelina Jolie daw, sir. Yes, played by Angelina Jolie. Okay, so we already have an answer. Danette said it's Maleficent. Arvik said it's Maleficent. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's see. Yes. Good job. Maleficent is a dynamic character. Why? Because she has changed in the story from beginning until the ending of the story. So she experiences problems, so her personality changes. No, so 'di ba? She used to be good, I guess, and then suddenly may part dun sa story na parang naloko siya or probably someone betrayed her and then she turned into something or someone evil, no? So in the beginning of the story, she was a good fairy. Then she becomes a bad fairy. Lastly, she changed into a good fairy again in the end. So pabago-bago siya. So you can see, it's not boring, no? So nakikita mo na yung pagbabago niya. So it makes the story more interesting when you are watching this type of movie or this character in a type of movie or reading it in a favorite book that you have. Okay. Okay. Ayan. So, well, I'm glad that you were able to get some of the characters. You know what? I'm really having a hard time looking for the characters because I wanted to know yung, syempre, yung age range, no? Kung ano mga characters yung kilala ninyo. Okay. So, for our testing one's knowledge, you're going to read the statement carefully and you have to tell me whether it's true or false. Okay. So, I hope you were not able to forget yung pinag-aralan natin kanina lang. All right, so let's start with the first sentence. What do you think is the answer here? Fiction is defined as prose based on the author's imagination. Okay, so dear students, what is the answer here? Is it true or false? So Samantha typed true. Danette said it's true. Lorraine said it's true. Okay, so let's see if the answer is true. Okay, that's correct. So don't forget that no, it's all based in the author's imagination or the writer's imagination. Okay, number two, the terms flat and round refer to the character's personality. The terms flat and round refer to a character's personality. Is this true or false? Okay. Dear students, don't forget to type the numbers together with your answer so that I won't be confused. No. So Samantha said it's true. Danette Gansatao said it's true. Lorraine Hibe said it's true. Eds Barreto said it's true. Kauri Hovita said it's true. Let's see if that's the correct answer. Okay, true. Very good. Number three, static characters experience internal change or realization to change throughout the story. Ayan. So is this true or false? Static characters experience change or internal change or realization to change throughout the story. Mhm. What do you think? Okay, so we have the net said it's false. Trisha Cartagena, it's false. Rhea Liwanag said it's false. Aliana Shane Ocampo said it's false. Let's see if that's the correct answer. Yes, it's false. Ano dapat? Anong tawag natin sa character that changes? Sige nga, if you can remember, is it static? Static ba tawag doon? Can you type your answer? Anybody? Okay, so I can still see. They remain the same. Okay, for static characters. Yes, very good, Arvik. They are called dynamic characters. Okay, for number four, Static characters support a leading role either through assistance or conflict. Ayan, so possibly support siya sa bida or probably the ones opposing the main character. So is it true or false? For number 4, static characters support a leading role either throughout assistance or conflict. Okay? All right, so I can see it's true. Rhea Liwanag, true. Renz Alejandro, true. Pauline Buen Ramirez, true. Kauri Jovita, true. Okay, good job. It's true. And lastly, number 5, the reader learns very little throughout the narrative and may find it difficult to connect with flat characters. Yun daw mga readers class, they find it very little or they find it quite hard to connect with flat characters. Is it true or false? Okay, totoo ba yun? That for flat characters, we find it difficult or challenging to connect with them? Okay, so Lorraine Hebe said it's true. All right. Arvik said it's true. Ella Marie de Maguila said it's true. Aliana said it's true. Let's see if that's correct. Good job. It's true. Okay, so dear Itulite Tuties, type in smiley. Okay, if you got perfect scores, can you give me 5 smileys? All right, in our chat box. Okay, for those people who were able to get a perfect score in today's testing knowledge activity. Good job, Danette. She was able to get a perfect score. How about the others? All right, Lorraine, oh, si Samantha, right? Happy si Samantha was able to get 5/5. Eds Barreto got 5/5. Jeric Garobo, Andrea Olitres, all right. Ella Marie de Maguila, all right. Good job. Very creative si Pauline Buen Ramirez, all right. She was able to get 5/5 as well. Okay, let's now go to evaluating one knowledge. All right, I hope you were not able to forget the characters I showed you earlier. So tell the type of character shown in the picture. Okay, here. And so you know that she's Anna of Frozen. Is this character flat or round? Okay, type your answers, please. Is it flat or round? Okay, just put number 1. Okay, Arvik said it's flat. Lorraine said it's flat. Okay, let's see. How about the others? Eds Barreto said it's flat. Rizel said it's flat. Okay, good job. It's flat because we don't know much about this character. Only we know that she's playful and childish character. Okay, how about this character? All right, so Scar of the Lion King. All right, is he static or dynamic character? Mhm. What do you remember about this character? Is he static or dynamic? Okay, so Samantha said it's static. Danette said it's static. Ella Marie de Maguila said it's static. Let's see. All right, good job. It's static. It's because Scar remained the same evil lion even up until the end of the story. Okay, next. Elsa. Is she flat or round character? Mhm. Flat or round character? Okay, so Samantha said round. Arvik Erosa said, okay, got confused with that. Okay, so choice lang natin flat or round. Okay, so Eds Barreto said round. Arvik said round. Ifer said round. Okay, let's see. Okay, good job. It's round. It's round because we know more about her characters and personalities. And lastly, okay, is Maleficent a static or dynamic character? Okay, for number 4, is Maleficent static or dynamic character? Okay, so Lorraine said it's dynamic. Arvik said it's dynamic. Ifer said it's dynamic. Eds said it's dynamic. Okay, let's see if that's correct. Yes. All right, it's dynamic because just like what we said, all right, we know much about this character, her changes from being bad, from being good to being bad to being good again. Okay. All right, for those who were able to get four, all right, four, can you just send me, oh, sige, heart react ulit. Okay, send me four heart reacts if you were able to get a perfect score for this evaluating one's knowledge activity. Okay, so let me see. All right. So while waiting, yes, Arvik, congratulations. Lorraine, congratulations. How about the others? Danette was able to get a perfect score as well. Andrea and Samantha, all right, and so much more. Okay, so dear students, let's now summarize what we learned in our today's lesson. Okay, so class, let's not forget that fiction is based on the author's imagination, and such stories never happen in real life. Okay, so fiction is taken from the word Latin fictio, which means act making, fashioning, or molding. So we have characters as a very important element of a story. So they are people, animals, or aliens in the story, and they are the ones who act. All right, they say, all right, we know what they say, we know what they think whenever we read it, depending on the type of character they are. So we learned four different type of characters: the flat and round characters and static and dynamic characters. For flat and round characters, it talks about their personality, and for static and dynamic characters, it's talking about the character's growth or progress in the story. Okay, so let's check it out. If we were able to achieve our goals for this afternoon, yes, we were able to identify the different types of characters and their characteristics. You were able to appreciate the beauty of fictional stories more through better understanding of the characters, and you were able to distinguish the types of characters based on their roles in the story. And of course, for your homework, kindly have a screenshot of this one. Think about the character in the book you are reading or in a movie you're watching, or probably natapos mo nang basahin yung book, or maaring napanood mo na rin yung movie na ito. Get one character there, analyze the character, whether it's a flat character or a round character, static or dynamic, and then cite evidences. Why do you think this character is flat or round, static or dynamic? You have to give a short explanation to it. And of course, you are going to send your homework to Tutor Dre's in her page and to my personal Facebook account for you to be featured in our next session. All right, so for our exit assessment, kindly scan this QR code and answer the form that you consider the link, so that you will be able to answer the Google Form exit assessment. So for our evaluation, tell us how we did in our discussion this afternoon. Just scan the QR code and evaluate the session honestly. All right, and this is your tutor Ernell from SDO Pasig together with Tutor Dre's. See you again on Tuesday at 1:40 to 2:20 p.m. And support all of the teachers from English Itulay Junior High School. Next tutors would be Tutor Rubeline, Tutor Jovet of English 8. Have a great day, tuties. See you again next time. Bye.